here. We also have something that you guys, if you follow the trade room, should not be aware of, which is divergence. Okay, we spoke about divergence on and on and on and on and on. We see from the gold pet egg a major divergence here where we have what? We have price action going down, but RSI going up,
Up.
which is an
Yeah.
indicator that the market is buying and is buying at a higher and stronger pace over time. And so, if the market is buying at a higher, stronger pace over time, when there is a major dip that dips below the previous low, if that pattern continues in a downwards action, continued bearishness. But what happens with RSI is if it breaks down below here, yes, we are concerned. But what we're seeing from a pattern that's existed since May of 2023, as we're seeing Bitcoin make its bullish movements, we're seeing divergence could play out in a manner. If I go over to the 3-day chart, and I love the 3-day chart, we've seen that divergence can play in a manner where the RSI comes back down and tags right off of this line and does something spectacular because these are longer time frame metrics. Okay. So
Macro.
even if we have gold pet egg, which is hanging at the mid Bollinger of the 3-day chart, every candle is 3 days. Okay. What are we seeing? Even if this thing rejects back down to 48 cents, guess what I am doing? I am buying. I am buying. I am buying. I am buying. I am buying.
Not
Okay,
financial
because
advice.
we not financial advice because we have this resistance area here. Okay, that it couldn't work through the first time it tried to break it. It went down, even though it made a new low, which is concerning. It did not completely break down. It got bought up extremely quickly by the market. And if we look at the daily chart, which the daily chart can be an indicator of more short-term movements, this daily candle is now green. It is sitting on top of the mid Bollinger, and it is
Very
looking like
nice.
a repeat, a repeat, a repeat of what we call a triple bottom. Not only a triple bottom, but what does this look like? This looks like the inverse head and shoulders that we are currently tracking for Jewel. The inverse head and shoulders that we are currently tracking for Jewel. So,
Yeah,
what are the
baby.
upside movements of gold pet eggs as we watch this? Well, right now, short term ultimate upside is $1.75. We see that even as recent as October 30th, it made a run to $1.43, $1.42, and a lot of resistance, heavy resistance. This was in March of 2023 where it had this low, heavy resistance. So we're not surprised that it's facing this resistance here and it's having a little bit of trouble. But if we're looking at what's going to give us a confirmation that gold pet eggs is turning bullish, well, from here, that is another 144% run. And if you're someone like Light who wants to trade more than me, you could look to take advantage of that situation. If you're me, I'm just going to continue to buy $173. I don't really care about. I'm not really trading. I'm looking at some macro numbers here. A full Fibonacci retracement brings the gold pet egg to $7.50.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
not trading the
seven
eggs.
dollars
I'm
and
accumulating.
50 cents, and that movement is a 943% move. So
Yo.
when we're looking at Jewel, who has a 300+% move in front of it, and we look at gold pet eggs, which has a 948% movement, possibly ahead of it, and we look at moksha rooms, which has already had a 2000% move. Well, you can hold some Jewel, but if you're not holding everything else in this ecosystem, why are you even playing this game? Right. And so that's the overall chart that we're looking at. What are we expecting from Jewel? What are we expecting from Bitcoin? What are we expecting from some of these assets? That's the chart analysis. Okay. So the overall view is bullish. As Bitcoin makes its way to its possible corrective area, we are keeping an eye on our assets and making sure that we can get any indication that we are going to hit those points. And more specifically, we are tracking AVAX because AVAX will make a determination if Jewel is able to make